Shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. See, it's our honor and pleasure to just invite all of you to this one week international FDP. Now, let me just hand over the session to Mrs. G. Srinidhya, the senior professor of our department. Ma'am, please, ma'am, kindly host the session, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I cordially welcome our esteemed speaker of the day, Dr. V. Karunanidhi, Assistant Professor of English, Department of English and Foreign Languages, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai. And also, I welcome the participants who have joined this forum for the fourth day of the one-week International Capacity Building Faculty Development Program on 21st Century Skills into English Curriculum. We have to keep our pace along with the fast-growing technological era. It keeps us relevant, it boosts our confidence and changes the perspective. In view of this, we were organized this FTP to enhance the English teaching fraternity. With this note, we start our today's session. Now, I invite Mr. R. Murali, Assistant Professor, Department of English, SA Engineering College, Autonomous, to welcome the speaker and participants. Murali, sir, now the podium is yours.
Ma'am, is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. Very good evening to one and all present here. On behalf of the management, principal, HODs, and the teaching fraternity of SA Engineering College, it's my great pleasure to welcoming you all for this Day 4 International Faculty Development Program on integrating 21st century skills into English curriculum. It's my proud moment to introduce the chief guest. In this auspicious moment, I could remember a great words of William Shakespeare. Education is not the filling of a pile, but the lighting of a fire. Okay, to add more on to it, we have an esteemed resource person, Dr. V. Karunanidhi, who has joined us today to share his valuable insights. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
He is working as an assistant professor in Department of English and other foreign languages at SRM University, Kottangallur. And he holds a doctoral degree in ELT with more than 2 decades of teaching experience. He has a unique way of presenting grammar in literary styles. He served in various roles as head of the department, language trainer, and a coordinator for a NBA and NAC programs. In addition to this, he has published a book titled Nuances of Research in Education, Arts and Social Sciences. He plays a key role to supervise 4 research scholars in the field of ELT and acting as a member of board of studies in 3 different institutions and whatnot. Without further delay, I hand over this session to our resource person. Sir, the session is for you.
I really thank Murali for your great motivation.
Thank you, sir.
It's really a great honor to have this kind of opportunity, especially for thanking the management, the principal, and especially for the great team. And I would also thank Professor Sangeeta Priya and her team is taking the next level of understanding for the growth and the development of the institute. It's my pleasure to start with the great choral. Karka Kasadara Karpavai Katrapin Nirka Adarkitaga. It means learn whatever you learn thoroughly. Once you have learned them, live according to the knowledge you learned. I hope that what is learning? We, the teaching community, without learners, we cannot talk about anything here. We are also learners. What kind of learners we are? This question makes me to create the topic, a capacity building on mentoring. It is required for both faculty as well as today's learners. What is required today? Just you ask yourself, routine life, monotonous, no committed, or in the purpose of the research, or in the practices of teaching and learning, or do you want to stick with the modernization? People are also given theme on 21st century skills. Today's teachers, without thinking of the 21st century skills, definitely we cannot improve. So for both teachers and learners, it is really required for improving themselves. So that is why behind this topic, I keep some objectives. Based on that, we are going to discuss the real role and the responsibility. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes,
Could
sir.
you
Yes, sir.
guess?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's visible.
could you guess and type in the chat what do you understand from this picture? What is the first one? The four people. What is the second one? What do you understand from this picture?
Maybe teachers and the students.
Yes, come on.
Maybe. Not sure.
It's applicable. It's applicable for both the teachers and the learners.
No, sir.
Please.
Actually, what it indicates, as a teacher and students will go together, then only we can achieve something. Both the aspects.
Good. Very good attempt. Please understand, we have the individual differences. We have our individual differences. Individually, we are also taking some amount of efforts to reach the goal. Is it really success always? Are you reaching the destination properly through proper efforts? What is happening here? The first picture conveys about the level of trying. The second picture conveys about the reaching the goal that you have to know something about from this picture. So based on this only, the entire discussion will be coming one by one. Moving to the next slide, see that today, what kind of society we are living in. I'm talking about institutions. I'm talking about those who are really involving in the process of teaching and learning. Especially, we have been facing a lot of challenges today. Don't think that only teacher is having a lot of challenges. Even students are also having a lot of problems with the learning capacity. So ultimately, where are we now? We talk about 21st century. We talk about 21st century skills. We are also considering and thinking and attending and discussing on capacity building. What is actually required here? Think about teacher is also a learners, but they have some experience. So how to do? How to handle today's learners effectively? It's also a great challenge. Another important aspect. Yes, of course. Are we really focusing on time management? The session will be given for every teacher today, 52 an hour. In 52 an hour, the strength of from 50 to 70 or 150 to 500, how effectively you are really focusing on daily basis. What is actually required? Another important aspect for the teachers, no doubt, everybody runs for ranking. Because of that, people are behind. Okay, too much of clerical work. That is another greatest challenge today in the ranking institutions. And another set of rules and principles. So what kind of pleasure and happiness we have among these barriers? Another important aspect, think about if a teacher always focusing on clerical work, if the students are not at all listening, what kind of place we are really working? Is it really focusing on growth and development? So it's also a kind of challenge because teacher is losing his or her own interest on teaching. The learner is also, not interested. No, let me change. No, I'm going to change my path. In between, see, basically we have to understand one thing first. Who we are. We are social animals. It is required to depend upon each other, especially in the name of teaching and learning. Please understand, the mutual understanding, the space, the humbleness, and the respect are all taking place. Are we really managing in the name of teaching and learning? Think about it. Another important aspect, people are in queue for how to publish in the quality of papers. So setting goals. Apart from that, lot of diverse in our learning styles today. After COVID-19, what kind of people we are really involving? What kind of strategies we are really following? Even think about how actually we are accessing for the resources. We forget nearby the resources. We forget what is appropriate resources, but we are all seeking resources in some other places. Why is it? What it really matters? What is happening? What are the challenges we can list out some hundreds and hundreds
Murali sir,
inconveniences and
implement your mic, sir.
challenges. How to do? How to overcome these barriers? How to understand this inconvenience? Think about. We are taking the role of teacher, college teacher. Okay? If you are a teacher, definitely you will be the role model for the learners. Is it possible to maintain consciously all 7 to 8 hours to the students proper and a perfect behavior? Sometimes or somewhere we are losing our temper. Sometimes we are unable to deliver. Why not? We are sometimes losing our interest to focus on our goals. It doesn't mean that only teaching is for teachers. It doesn't mean that only learning is for the learners. It's applicable for both sides. So what is required here? What is meaningfully required here? That is the thing now we are taking the next level of the practice. It is so-called mentoring. See, what is happening in today's college? Even sometimes we are unable to maintain rapport with our own colleagues in the department. Even sometimes we are unable to maintain very good rapport with the head of the department or dean or principal. Do you know that? We know that we are doing, but they are not understanding. The same thing happens at the students' level. They are thinking that how long we have to sit in the classrooms. What is really required? People are sticking with the modern devices today. They are not probably sleeping. They are not probably learning. Understand? If it is the case, how are you going to manage? If it is the case, how are you going to approach? I hope that the questions are visible to everyone. Please, if it is possible, please respond the answer. The first question, how would you start a discussion about your colleague or your student for development needs? Definitely, whether you're a faculty or a student, what is the purpose they are coming to the institutions? Definitely for the growth and the development of the individual people, right? Because individually, if any people is not developing preferably, then definitely the department will not be developed. If the department is not at all focusing these kind of things, it reflects in the growth of the institutions. Please understand, every teacher and a learner is very, very essential for the growth of institute and the society and the nation. Don't underestimate just I'm working the private concern. No, this is my goal I have to complete. Just like that, I have to complete the work I'm going and coming. So it's a kind of routine work. Now, behavioral changes. Self-awareness. Don't underestimate anyone here in this world. Don't underestimate. Sometimes students will be the role model. Sometimes our colleague will be the role model for such skills. Sometimes we ourselves is the role model. But the thing is, you have to understand what is required. Everyone in this planet is born for leading the life. But without growth and development, we cannot. That's why I am insisting today, everyone has to maintain a gait. Everyone is required to discuss for the further growth and development. Are we really doing? We are thinking that, okay, once the file work is over, our work is over. Once we cover the syllabus, our part is over. No. What is the outcomes? Are you doing only one day, or are you going to do for the entire life? If the teaching is your profession, you should be a dynamic. Without understanding the learners, without understanding our friends in the same department or same campus, how are we going to lead our life? That's why I raise these kind of questions actually. How do you think, if you want to suggest, if you want to share something, what kind of reactions they will showcase? Okay, you are understanding that yes, people are in need of this kind of skills, are in need of this kind of facilities. No, they are in need of different or new things. Nothing wrong. Please focus on it. It is also required. We know that it is required due to the time, management or some other forces we are unable to follow. Please, that is a great opportunity for you to learn or to enact or to sharpen or upskill yourself. That is a great space. It's a kind of challenge. The challenges are called today, great opportunities. You have to know the art of how to convert the challenges into opportunity. So we have great platform, we have great chances and the environment, but we have to understand how to grow and develop, not only by ourselves, but also for others. How are you going to involve? Please don't forget. Definitely, we have to deviate as a social animal. Definitely, students will be deviated in some other aspects. Actually, that is the great opportunity for us. Even for example, if I want to do some other program, I have to approach those who are already completed. What are the do's you did? What are the don'ts you followed? What are the inconveniences you faced so that you can improve yourself? So I need guidance. I need a support. I need a kind of assistant. That is why I am telling today this, you may be a mentor. You may have a lot of mentees, but what is required here? Please understand, this is the right time. This is the right place where we have to take some good initiatives to select or use mentor or mentee. That is the ultimate objective of this topic today. Do you think that you no need to uh, keep any guidelines or any guidance or any other thing? We are not 100% perfect. First, we have to accept it. We must have broad-minded. We must have the broad-minded mindset. If you are really narrow-minded, we never think about others. Please think about others so that you can grow. That is why Karka Kasadera. Learn thoroughly whatever you learn. Are we really doing? Are we really helping ourselves in the name of others? No. In some cases, we fail to understand ourselves. No, I'm unable to do. I don't have time. Everybody has 24 hours. Even students are saying, no, I'm expecting differently. Even faculty saying, no, this is not a place. I need some other place. Please understand. Wherever you are working, the people are there, the place are there, the environment are there, even the resources are there, but you have to know the art, what is the real resource to you. Even sometimes those who are nearby, we never discuss, we are thinking that we need some other people, but they will guide, they might have some idea. It may be very, very helpful and useful for your growth and development, but we never extend because we are social animal. Sometimes we hesitated, sometimes we are not interested, sometimes we are not interested even to discuss with others. There is no involvement. Think about it. In this 21st century, everyone is expecting the growth and the development, but what about the guidance? What about the persons who are really in need of the expert advisors, select any one of the people for publishing a paper, or you are thinking that you are unable to do any work, please you discuss with others. Do you know that the higher level of the management, people will always be focusing on what are the inconvenience, how to overcome. If everyone preferably proactively think about it, half of the problem will be solved. Definitely, management will come forward. They can think twice like anything. Definitely, the another growth and development will be developed naturally. Whatever you expected, it happens, but not immediately, slowly. It's a kind of success for us. Because of us, other people should develop. Because of all the people, the entire organization should develop. Because of the organization, the entire nation should be developed. It is required proper guidance. It is required proper guidance. There is no space here for a negative vibration. Human, definitely partially we have negative vibrations, but you have to know what is the importance of the positive vibrations. We are also required the mentor and mentee to develop ourselves. Okay, move on to the next slide. Let me come to the point now. Yes, of course, teachers are teaching the subjects. How long you are spending time with the students? How long you are spending time with the students? Probably part of your life. Please understand, if anybody is part of your life, please take care of them. It's very, very important. Most of the people, they are thinking that, I'm talking about the students, okay? They are thinking that we know, we can manage, okay? Misguessing. For such cases, definitely out of 70 people, some 30 people will be there. For such cases, please make them to understand what are opportunities, how to maintain the rapport with others. Most of the people, they are not at all, maintaining this. As a teacher, through forming a group or through conducting the interesting sessions or reflected activities, you can make them to understand what is required. Without interest, without involvement and a dedication, I cannot and you cannot grow in the name of mentor and the mentee. So you yourself is the mentee. Please involve with others. See, once upon a time we felicitated the topic, but today the scenario is different. People are, students are, better than us. They are, using. They are understanding the applications. We only focus about discipline. We only focus about only teaching. We only focus about the results and the discussions. That's it. Apart from that, it is also required. Even students are not coming forward today. Even faculty, due to a lot of workload or some other thing, we are not thinking over it. Please understand, it is really very, very important to know the role of mentoring. What is actually required? We also associate with the learners, today learners. What is the positivity? What kind of group you are really creating? Do you have any other plan? Please don't force them indirectly. Let them take over it. Give them your work. Let them plan. Let them make your roles. Frequently, you change their roles also. For example, in a group, 7 or 8 people are there. Please give them a space for only one. Let him read aloud for one task. After completing all the tasks, give the same leading role to some other one, so that they can understand how effective, how helpful because of others to complete the task. Actually, here we fail to understand about ourselves. At the same time, we are not using properly the resources. Even students are also resources. Even in a German and a Swiss, one of the universities, do you know, they are planned for human library. So you should not bring any books. Instead, you have to spend some 20 to 30 minutes with the faculty, any faculty, based on your choices. Whatever they have the experience, they have to share at the edge of the same people. See, kind of, exposure. Sometimes, people are not interested to read. Sometimes they are not even interested to attend the class. If you plan accordingly based on the interest of the learners. Definitely, you never worry about covering the syllabus. Instead, they will come with a different ideas for conducting an activity, for conducting a discussion, for bringing any method of learning. You can do wonderful things. Even it is so easy to do for a difficult topic or some other inconvenient methods. Don't underestimate anyone here. You have to first show the interest. With interest, you cannot. You have to involve. With involvement, definitely you cannot. You must have a plan. Please make on it. Please don't keep a lot of rules. Let them create their own rules. Let them assign the role to their own members. Let them involve. Give them in the name of responsibility. Let them take. Let them discuss. Let them analyze. Let them do something on it. See, people are waiting for the teacher if it is really interested. In the previous session, people are also talking about the collaboration. For mentoring, collaboration work is very essential. Think about, without learner, what is the role of teacher inside the campus? There is not learners. Then what is the role of teacher in the campus, in the institution? So please understand, without them, it is not possible to do any successful role in our career. Even this kind of lifestyle is also required in the 21st century. How many of us are really spending time with the students, at least 5 to 10, based on today's actions and activities? Please don't underestimate anyone here. Please respect. What happens now due to the workload, due to the behavior of few students, we are really facing a lot of challenges. Definitely that people are helping us indirectly. You have to manage, you have to change the pattern, or you have to keep some strategy. They are the motivational factors to us. We should not blame. Please, at any cost, you should not speak a single negative word to the people. Yes, of course, they're also growing. We have some maturity. We have some experience. We are also understanding what is what. Teacher will be the role model. It means you're also one of the leader. What is required actually for the leadership? Empathy. If you do not understand one's own feelings, one's own interests, or what kind of approach or method you are going to introduce in the classrooms, definitely people will get involved. That is why today what happens now, people are not teaching today in the name of project. People are getting involved and they're also getting internship and they have their own space. Only the thing is we have to become a bridge for the company as well as to the students today. Just you help, extending your help like a children. It's enough. But how many of us are really willing to do in the day-to-day life? I understand today's lifestyle is very fast. We are like a robot, no doubt. But sometimes we have to focus on human-centered approach. Especially for this kind of approach, even we will change ourselves. Oh, it is also required. No, this is really wrong. Sometimes in the name of right, we are doing wrong approaches. But through these practices, through these upskilling practices, people are coming forward and they're also suggesting, whether you believe it or not. In my class, actually, the first semester students getting internship from Adani Group. After third year, pre-final year, and final year, people are getting and struggling. They're also asking, and I'm telling you, first you have to know why this course is designed. Why did you join? It is so-called the professional courses. What is the meaning of professional courses? Please upskill yourself. Please motivate the first years. Definitely during the third year, they will come and meet you. Please kindly motivate the next levels. Definitely they will get a meaningful life. That is actually the dynamic teacher of our responsibility. But what actually we are doing, we are running towards our task. We forgetting ourselves sometimes, and many people, because of too much work, they are also feeling amnesia. And sometimes we are unable to manage so many things. Personally, we are not even balancing, and impersonally, we are also not balancing the working place. And just like that, other people we are also moving. Please understand, we are not like others. We are the creators of creators. So we have the greatest responsibility. Without involvement, we cannot. But we have to understand so many things, my dear friends. Okay, move on to the next slide. You may ask, sir, you are insisting mentor and a mentee and the guidance. Even we can give another name, coach and all. How to develop? Please understand, it's a time-bounded activities. Without a strategy, we cannot do on anything. The ultimate objective of teachers existing on the planet is higher level thinking. You are the factor for their communication. You are the motivator for their self management. You are the creator for students' leadership skills. Are we really doing? If we are not doing so, please fix the strategies and plan. Definitely, it will be a greatest helpful for everyone. Think about it. Just we are very urged, just we are very much interested to cover the syllabus. What is the outcomes of our teaching? Please engage and encourage the interaction between students and the faculty. It's very, very important. Unless otherwise, if we do not promote interaction between the students and faculty, definitely it will be meaningless. Yes, of course, we may have a lot of responsibility. We may have a lot of inconvenience. Please listen them. At least one or two you have to involve. That happiness is different actually. The another important aspect, the students' retention. Keep strategies based on the environment. Sorry, sir, I am unable to do. Please ask other people how actually they are engaging. You are not at all satisfied. Please, definitely, you need a guide. You need a guide. You need a experienced people suggestions. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. We have come here for learning. We have to grow. Because of that, other people should grow. Let us join together. There is no space here for ego or jealousy or selfish or narrow-minded. No, no, no. It's not like that. Instead, fix your mind very strongly. We have to grow so that other people will grow. If you have such an attitude, such a goal inside in your mind, definitely these strategies will come naturally. What are we really doing in our day-to-day lifestyle in the teaching and the learning process? We are unable to do. Please focus on it. At the same time, if you're really maintaining the strategies, definitely you can get a lot of ideas. You can get a lot of reflections from the diverse perspectives of the students. Don't underestimate today's children. They are growing, but they are ignorant. In some cases, they are really innocent. So you should be the factor for them. You should be the real factor. They have to get in life. But today, people are misunderstanding about the lifestyles. Please tune them. Tune them. It is very important because they are tomorrow pillars of the nation. Definitely, there will be a questions. Who will be the teacher? What kind of institute you studied? Okay, because what happens now, we are daily witnessing today. What kind of society we are living? What kind of employment situations in the 21st century? Please prepare yourself. If you are not prepared, if you are not involved, if you do not understand the meaning of strategies to improve, you will be replaced. No doubt. You will be replaced. You will be the key for all the people. You cannot be replaced, but you are not at all understanding. You are not at all taking any amounts of efforts. Wherever you are really working, please make it possible. Make it possible is also matters. It is required very simple self-awareness in your responsibility. Most of the people in the name of mentor and mentee, people are forgetting themselves, just namesake. They are preparing some seats. Okay, this is the task you complete. This is the guidelines. No. Many people are thinking differently. The superstitious belief will not work out. Instead, the ground reality, the practical exposure, and the involvement is matters. Okay. You may ask, sir, I have some idea, but students are not coordinating. Please make it small changes in your approach. What to be implemented? Make a plan, action plan, nothing wrong. Action plan is required to focus on anything. Are you really doing on it? Is it visible? Just is it visible? The table. It's a
Yes, sir. It
model
is visible.
and a
Yes, sir.
sample copy for preparing the action plan.
Yes, sir.
Please
Yes, sir.
understand. Students are also people. People will not like the monotonous. Please bring some other resource person into the classroom or any technical teacher. If you do have any idea, even I can suggest you, please do live streaming from the classroom activities. Initially, it is very difficult actually. If you do 1 or 2 sessions, it will be very, very informative. It will be very, very informative. Even if you want to adapt this kind of platform, you will be, celebrated. You will be recognized. That is why now, YouTube is also creating a lot of awareness to a lot of people today. See how sophisticated, how effective it is today. But we are not using the tools and the platforms through these activities. Please, students should not forget the teacher because of the contributions. Are we doing that? Are we doing that? We have to do. Please, action plan is required for the next level of teaching and learning relationship. It also gives a great meaning to the institutions because institution no need to spend a lot of money for advertisement for getting admissions today, because your students are your ambassadors. If you're really tuning the students will go and tell the matters. Yes, she's my teacher. Yes, because of her only I am getting a lot of exposure. If they started to share with other people, definitely it's a kind of name to the institute. Because of you, students will feel proud. Because of both, the institution will feel proud. Because of the entire group work, the whole country will feel proud. Are we doing that? Are we doing that? Yes, of course. I accept. In a ground reality, we have some hurdles. We have some greatest challenges. And especially we fail to understand to take care of our health also. Please, it is also required. Please make an action plan for taking or benefit for some strategies. Okay. Another important aspect, it is for both teachers as well as to the learners. Please make a plan for your personal development. Make a plan because of your behavior, because of your growth. Definitely your student as well as your colleague, your friends will be getting motivated. Oh, he's also doing. I know about her. They will introduce, they will suggest. Definitely they will think about positive vibrations. You are the creator for the positive vibration for your supporting people, for your students as institutions. Please don't forget, wherever you are working, because of you, the institution should get recognized. It's a very good dynamic work. It's a very good dynamic work. We have a lot of ideas actually, but we are not interested to execute the plan. It is also required. Please don't forget it. please don't hesitate to discuss with the leaders, whether the head of the institute or any other senior faculty. Even please better to discuss with the management. If the people think that it is a right, it is a correct, it is a great helpful for the nation, people will accept. Definitely, they will give the approval. This is really required for today's institutions, because without students' growth, without faculty growth, we cannot imagine about the future society and the nation. Okay, I hope that you are noting down both strategies as well as the personal development plan.
Sir, in
Let me
between, you
Yes,
can
sir.
interact, sir. You can interact with participants through chat box too.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, if it is
Could you
needed,
put
you
it?
can write.
Yes. I am also expecting the same practice here.
In the
Could
top,
you
no,
tell
there
me?
will be a box, sir, known as comment box, sir, at the top
Comment
of
box.
comment. No, if you click that, then you can view the participants' comments
Yes,
and all.
I'm unable to see. Thank you, ma'am. Thank
At
you
the
for
top, you see the comments. You just click that, sir. Is it visible now, sir?
private chat. Yeah. No, it's not. No, not the now
No, on
talking
the
here.
top, no, at the top you see, sir.
Yes. I can see the private chat, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Two things are there for teachers actually. Do you want the guidance, or are you interested to guide any other people? What is here required? Please. It is required for supporting others. What is required? The volunteering. Volunteering yourself is very, very important to take the next level of understanding or guiding others for the respective field. People are there now. People are studying, but they're unable to get CGPA. People are doing really hard work, but there is no recognition from the institutions. Make them to understand what are opportunities. Without objectives, if you want to take any steps, it will not be recognized. Could you tell me now, any people, please kindly chat here. What do you think about mentoring? Do you want to become a mentor, or you want to become a mentee? What is required now? Everybody is required today based on the expectations, based on the growth and development in the 21st century. I am also in need of mentoring in the technical field. You're also in the need of growth and development. What kind of mentoring you are in need of? What kind of mentoring you are in need of? Kindly type here the chat box. Yes, it's a normal one. We are encouraging the students. They're also participating. They are coming. They are passing their semester just 4 years over or 3 years over. They are going to. Is this the role of teacher and learner? We are living in the advanced stage, so we have to go for the next levels. The next level is called facing a lot of challenges. For facing challenges, we are also required for this kind of things. Move on to the next slide. Now come to the point. Who is a mentor? Please, it is very important. Definitely he will be an experienced. Definitely they have to maintain a honest, open-minded. They should not be a partial one, and they should available. They should be available. They are not available, then what is the role of here for mentoring? It becomes a trustworthy because sometimes we have to discuss on the personal grounds. Sometimes we have to talk about some decisions. Sometimes it will be wrong. Sometimes it will be right. And please try to understand they will be a resource for you. And sometimes they will extend the help, and they are the key for your growth. But most of the cases, we fail to understand the role of mentor. Please understand. This is very important actually. Here, most of the people, they are understanding that just if you help, if you suggest, this is so-called mentoring. No. Even technical institutions, the group mentoring and training-based mentoring are so effective. And sometimes the reverse mentoring is also very, very effective. Let me give some examples. What is group mentoring? Please, naturally, please don't simply take the classes. Instead, form a group. You know the objective of your plan. Just you convey. Let them take their own responsibility. Let them discuss. Let them bring out with the great outcomes. The one-on-one mentoring is a common faculty to faculty or faculty to the required student, or it's the most common mentoring people are doing now. But in many cases, they are not, maintaining the time. It's a time-bounded activity. But people many times, they are unable to follow some procedures or maintain the rapport. Sometimes, it becomes a negative. It's a highly risk one. You should take care of that. Then another important aspect, resource-based mentoring. This kind of mentoring, students will select the faculty, group of mentoring will be there, and students will be selected based on their expectation, who will be their interested one, what is actually required. Another important aspect, training-based mentoring. Mentor is going to choose the mentee. What is actually required of the mentee? What is actually their expectations? How long it will take? Whether it will be a mutual benefit or not, and everything. The reverse mentoring is really interesting. Please understand, anybody can be the role model. We are not, since we are not a technical department, we are not having much knowledge in the technical grounds. Please, the students are having very good knowledge, nothing wrong, you can learn. And probably those who are growing, those who are learning, those who are applying, please stick with them. They may have different strategies and techniques to use kind of applications. For reverse mentoring, it's also, for example, most of the senior citizen people are there, and the young people will be the guide. They will teach how to utilize, how to use the tools, how to exchange a lot of information. Another important aspect, we are utilizing this spiritual mentoring. I also use the sources, some foreign resources. Lively, I will ask them to discuss about what is happening in the corporate, because they are in need of corporate exposure. This will help them to motivate. Think about it. They're never thinking about, I am only the teacher. I am also working along with other people. They are new to them. They have given a different idea. They're also discussing through live streaming. And, I am also supporting the technical people. They are all coming, and how to do the technically the project work, or how to collaborate with others. They're also getting exposure. Apart from that, whatever is required, I'm introducing continuously. People are getting exposed. They never feel bored. And people are, sir, the session is really interested. It's a very good feedback. People will not forget it, but we are not doing so. Okay, that we should focus. And another important aspect, you should understand who is not mentor. Please understand, mentors should not be a psychiatrist. You are not a career planner. You will not be necessarily an executive, or just you are telling to improve. No, you are not a problem fixer. Please, open-minded. Please understand, you should create only the positive vibes. You are extending your help. You are extending your help for the growth of individual development. That is concretely fixed in this process. But most of the cases, people are taking highly risk. In the name of mentoring, people are, not encouraging. Sometimes they are blaming. It will not be working out. So you have to know seriously who is not mentor, how to take care of the role and responsibility. Who will be the mentor? Even doctor will be the mentor. Even students will be the mentor. Why not the senior people? Why not some positive vibe people? Why not? Yeah, I am in need of some suggestions. I'm in need of some support. They will be the counselor. Any level in an organization, don't underestimate even the assistants. They are very strong on the technical. They are understanding the psychology. They are guiding the professors today. Sir, don't wait here. It takes another 30 minutes. Come after 30 minutes. You can meet the people. They are watching and observing. They are so clever, actually. Another important aspect is respect each other, give space for our own colleagues in the department, peer observation. Peer observation, go and see in your colleagues' class how actually they are. What is required? Is it interesting? What are the new things? What will be the challenges? What are the barriers? Why not your friend? Sometimes you can talk with your head. Sometimes you cannot. You can choose your own friends who are already working in a different department. Just you share. Tune yourself. It's also required. Mentoring. What is the mentoring? What do I really want from this kind of relationship? Purely objective. Please fix if you want to search any mentor or you want to become an or search or keeping any mentee. The goals are very, very important. Before doing, please assess yourself whether it is suitable for such people, whether you want to become a mentor or mentee, whatever the responsibility. You may ask, sir, we teachers, it is normal role of giving and taking and motivating the friends and the students. No, it's not like that. It's a planned. It's a skill oriented. Without listening, without observing, it is not possible. So mentor mentor is record, mentor is in need of skills. These are the things actually. Please keep open-minded. You have to know, summarize. Clarifying is matter. Without listening, you cannot clarify. Whatever it reflects, please reflect positively. And you can create awareness. Please take care. The verbal and the non-verbal behavior. Most of the cases, the relationship will be in a conflict. You should avoid. And the important aspect, please observe the potential options. Because if you do not observe the potential options, you cannot be a mentor. It is also required. Even if you are a mentee, please observe what kind of potential they have. It is also required. But most of the cases, we are not. There's a great demand today for mentoring. Do you know that? I may ask, you may suggest, doesn't it matter? Please, rational thinking is required for mentoring role. Who am I? How do I see myself? Whether I am suitable, whether I am skilled, whether I am interested. As I said earlier, volunteering yourself is matters. How actually they are involved. What other people observation? Are you really aiming for proper way? Are you a right person in the wrong place or right person in the right place? Please fix your mind very strongly before mentoring. You must have a concrete plan. If you do have a concrete plan, after the work will be completed. Begin with the end in your mind. Think that the task will be over. The thing is, you must have great strategy with your plan, then execute. It works like anything. You may ask, sir, I have a lot of ideas, and people are having different perspective on their role. Why do you need a mentor? Definitely, everyone must have a mentor. It is required. We need to develop. We must have the constructive criticism for growth. Without personal growth, how are we going to balance the society? And we are not perfect actually. We must have the crystal clear idea for decision making. And even for goal setting, we may have different perspective. We are hearing from some other experiences. We witness some other things. We ourselves is the experienced one. But we need to set for the development. We need to set for the growth of others as well as for ourselves. Okay, it is purely I'm telling, if you want to improve yourself for the self-improvement, you need a mentor. You need a mentor. Then you have to know how to look for the improvement. Please select nearby, maybe your friend, maybe your head, maybe they are working in some other places. Why not? Maybe you are a student, maybe some senior people, maybe in some other field. Please select anyone will be the mentor. Stick with that. Focus on the positive aberrations. It is really required. Another important aspect. Could you tell me how, as a teacher, you are balancing your life after coming to the institute? After working, every day is so planned. Every day is so busy. Even I don't have time to breathe. Then what kind of life you're leading? It seems that you are not balancing your life. As a teacher, if you're not able to balance, think about others. So here, please keep these questions in your mind. How do I make time for family and work? Please, family is very essential. And working environment is also very essential, but you have to know how to balance it. Okay. At the same time, how do I do my best in the family as well as in the institution? Okay, I have the role and the responsibility in both sides. Just make a balance. Make a balance. It is required. Many of the times and situations we are not able to balance. It leads for depressions. It leads for poor interest. It leads for the hesitation. Please balance. If you are not able to balance, there is a great requirement for mentoring. Okay. Think about both mentor and mentee are required personal growth. Have you ever asked yourself about the personal growth? How are you focusing on better people skills? Yes, I'm speaking well, I'm listening well, I'm writing well. No. What kind of communications you are maintaining with others? Okay, everybody has the self-confidence. What is your level? Please throw practice, please throw routine work it requires. Ask yourself, what do you really want from this relationship? Give some details about. Ask for what you want. Be proactive. Without honest, without conveying transparency, definitely you cannot be a follower for mentor or mentee. Okay. Please, again, I am telling you, it is required two things. The one is the proactiveness, another one is listening, listening, listening. Without listening, definitely we cannot about anything to the mentor. Got it? Move on to the next slide. How to be a protege. Please be honest, maintain transparency, share your experiences and personality and the struggles and pains and interests and what actually you plan. Okay. The same you're also discuss with the mentor. Mentor is an experienced person. He has some expertise. Okay. Please, if it is possible, make it travel, share something, and discuss something on it. But today we are not interested to meet, just we are discussing, just we are moving. No, fix. Traveling is also matter today, but we fail to discuss so many things. Another important aspect for mentor and mentee goal settings. Please set your goals individually. Why is it really required? Why do you want a mentor? Goal setting is very, very essential for traveling together for both mentor and mentee. And think about the occasions and the situations how to grow. If you do not set a goals, definitely you cannot. Just one or two meetings are essential. But the intuition says about your expectations. The expectations conveys about your goals. Please list out and share and discuss. It works on it. But most of the time we are not doing on it. Because for me, for even for research purpose, even for any other accreditation, okay, we know some basic knowledge, we have some exposure with other institutions in the name of collaborations. Even though we have experience, we have knowledge, we need to have some more guide. Without guides, Without experienced people, definitely we cannot achieve on anything. Now, the session is for interactions. You may ask any doubts on question and answers. Because I have to share a lot actually due to time, just have concluded the topic.
Participants, the chat box is open forum for you. If you have any queries, please post it in the chat box.
Murli sir, are you here?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Sir, a participant has asked for the PPT of your session, sir. Would
Yes, ma'am.
you please
I
share
will
it
say,
with us?
yeah, I will send it to you, ma'am. I will
Fine,
send it
it
to
will
you.
be shared, participants.
Yes, of course, ma'am.
If there are
Any
no
queries?
Actually, I have planned for a lot of activity. People are already work. They are returning home. They are
It would
relaxing
have
now.
been fine, sir. The session was
Yes.
very much interesting.
one day we
Everyone
can have
felt
a
the
Yeah.
same thing.
Thank you, ma'am.
we can
Thank
have
you.
a come maybe next as well. Is it audible? Some sound is coming at the background.
I think some noises are there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, some
from
voice
somewhere.
breaking. Yeah.
So can we wind up the session, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes. So thank you for a wonderful section, sir.
Thank you,
It
ma'am.
was
Thank you.
clearly picturizing the needs of the teacher to be enhanced. It was an eye-opening session, taking diversion from the conventional pattern of teaching. It had thrown light on the significance of the teacher being a facilitator and a mentor. You had clearly distinguished the role of the teacher being a mentor who can bring changes in the student's career, sir. It was very much wonderful, nice session, and participant has felt that your session clearly shows your experience, sir. It is totally due to your experience. It was expressed by a participant in the chat box, sir.
So the comment
Thank you,
box is
ma'am.
full of positive
Yes,
feedback.
sir.
You can see
Yes,
that.
sir.
Thank you,
Their
ma'am.
comments,
No.
they have expressed their gratitude for this session, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much because
Thank you so much,
teacher
sir.
role
It's a
is.
pleasure to listen to you, sir. And we
Thank
are
you, ma'am.
honored
Thank you
to
so
your
much.
presence, sir. Murali, sir, on behalf of SA Engineering College, can you just give a word of thanks, sir?
Sure, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Shall I proceed, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, yes, yes.
Please,
It's my
sir.
pleasure.
Please, sir.
Yes. Thank you for, thank you, sir. Thanks for such a precious insights shared by you here. We are very much honored to take part of in this savvy presentation. To conclude my note today, I once again thank our distinguished guest, Dr. V. Karunanidhi, for his most treasured presentation. I extend my heartful thanks to the college management, principal, heads of various departments, and a special thanks to the program author, Dr. A. Sangeeta Priya, Mrs. G. Srinidhya, and special thanks to Dr. T. Sendil Kumar, COE, and special thanks to organizing members of the English department, SA Engineering College, and also who have contributed for this happening of this faculty development program. Nevertheless, I thank all the participants who are finding their precious time to take part in this FDP. With this, I conclude today's session and hoping to see you all on tomorrow. Stay tuned for
Thank you.
the feedback form.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
Thank you,
Murali.
sir.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
very much,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you, sir. So
Thank
you,
you, sir.
sir.
feedback
Thank you, sir.
link has been posted, dear participants. So kindly check.
Participants, it's for your notice. That feedback link will not be posted in the WhatsApp group. It is posted in the YouTube session itself. Please do provide your opinions in the feedback link.
Please kindly
Thank you,
provide.
sir. Thank
Feedback
you
is
very much, sir.
important. Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Murali,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank you
Thank
Mr.
you.
for all.
Gandhi. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Thank
sir.
you for
Sangeeta
all.
Priya
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Karunanidhi sir, for a wonderful session once again.
Thank you.
And thank you,
Thank you,
Murli
ma'am.
sir, for
Thank
a
you so much.
wonderful vote of thanks for the ultimate address.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sangeeta Priya ma'am, thanks for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Once again, let me thank one and all. We'll wind up the session for the day today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Let me just give end stream, ma'am.
Yes, madam. Please.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Thank you.
Thank you. Shall I leave, ma'am?
Yes, sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am.